Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the houndstooth cowl. This cowl was designed to complement my houndstooth beanie. A video you can also find here on my channel. So this is the matching cowl. It features that same houndstooth pattern with a little bit of different texture in the edging. It's quite simple to work. This cowl, when it's laid flat, measures approximately 10 by 16 inches. It's going to comfortably fit an adult with some drape. I'll give you some instruction and a little bit on how to change the size if you desire. Today for the tutorial, you're going to need two different colors of yarn. I'll be working with the Color Theory yarn by Lion Brand and 2 of Wands. Each of these balls has 246 yards. It's a worsted weight, 100% acrylic yarn. You're going to need one ball in your color A, and you're going to use most of this ball of yarn. You'll also need some in your color B, and you're going to use about half of your ball of color B yarn. The colors that I've shown here are the Admiral color for the blue and then Ivory for the white. You're also going to need a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook and a copy of the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around. Don't forget to check out that matching beanie pattern, and there's lots of other crochet scarves, cowls, you name it, here on my channel. It's updated every week. Now our cowl today is worked in rounds, and it's worked from the bottom up. You're going to start by taking your color A and by making a slip knot. And you're going to begin with a foundation chain of 120 chains. Alternatively, you could work 120 foundation double crochet stitches, but you're going to want a total of 120 chains. If you would like to change the size of your cowl, then you'll simply need an even number of stitches. Go ahead, chain 120. Once you have your foundation chain worked, being very careful not to twist that chain, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the first stitch to make a ring. You're then going to begin round 1 by chaining 3. Your chain 3 will count as a stitch. Next, you're going to work a double crochet into each stitch all the way around, and when you come back to your first stitch, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that starting chain. Once you come all the way around, at the end of round 1, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that starting chain 3. Once again, make sure that your ring is not twisted. Next, for rounds 2, 3, and 4, so for the next 3 rounds, you're going to chain 1, work a front post double crochet around the post of the first stitch, so that the same stitch is joining. To work your front post double crochet, you're going to yarn over, bring your hook in front of your work, and insert your hook from the front around the back and out through the front again of the post of the next stitch. Yarn over, drop a loop, and finish your double crochet. You're then going to work a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. To work your back post double crochet, yarn over, bring your hook in back of your work and insert your hook from the back around the front and out through the back again around the post of the next stitch, yarn over, drop a loop, and complete your double crochet stitch. That's your back post double crochet. You're going to repeat that all the way around. Front post double crochet around the post of the next stitch, followed by a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch, all the way around until you come to that first stitch. Join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, chain 1, and repeat. So you'll want to work 3 rounds of front and back post double crochet stitches. At the end of round 4, you've worked 3 rounds of front and back post double crochet stitches. You're going to continue working with your color A for round 5 and working in the same direction. You're going to chain 1. You're then going to work a single crochet into the same stitch as joining, followed by a double crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next stitch and double crochet into the next. You're going to repeat this all the way around. Single crochet into your next stitch, followed by a double crochet into your next, all the way around until you come to your first stitch. When you come to your first stitch, you're going to switch to your color B and then join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. I'll show you how I like to change colors in the middle of a project when I come around. At the end of your round 5, you're going to want to switch to your color B. So how I like to do that is into my final stitch. I'm going to work the last stitch, which is a double crochet. So yarn over with your color A, insert it into that final stitch, yarn over and drop a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then drop your color A, pick up your color B and place it on your hook and pull through. You're then all set to continue working with that color B. Join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch and chain 1. You can then go ahead and turn your work. Now working with your color B for round 6, you're going to single crochet into the top of that first double crochet stitch. You're then going to work a double crochet into the top of the next single crochet. Repeat that all the way around. Single crochet into the top of the next double crochet and double crochet into the top of the next single crochet. Repeat that all the way around, switching back to your color A in the final stitch. Now, one final note, because I am switching colors and you're going to switch colors after every round, we're going to leave our yarn attached here, our color A, and then just pick it up. And the same with the color B, and then just pick it up as needed as we continue in the pattern. When you come around at the end of your round 6, you're going to switch back to your color A, join with the slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, chain 1 and turn your work. Now for rounds 7 through to 29. You're going to repeat rounds 5 and 6, so alternating between your color A and color B, turning at the end of each round. You're going to repeat your rounds 5 and 6 and then end off on a repeat of round 5, so finish off on your color A. You're going to repeat this until you have a total of 29 rounds in your cowl. So this is for rounds 7 through to 29. And then you're going to meet me back here. Now once you have worked through to the end of round 29, I'll show you back on my sample one here. You will have a total of 12 rounds worked in your color B, and you're then going to finish off on your color A. Now, I haven't done that one on my video sample one here, but I do want to just go on and show you how to work that final edging. So you will have on yours a total of your 12 rounds of color B, just as I have on my sample one there. You're then, at the end, you're going to have finished off on a repeat of round 5, which will have you in your color A. You'll continue working in your color A. And you're going to, for round 30, chain 3. Next, work a double crochet into the next stitch and in each stitch all the way around. Your chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet stitch. So when you come all the way around, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that first chain 3. At the end of your round 30, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that starting chain 3 and then chain 1. Now for rounds 31, 32, and 33, just as you did down below on the rounds 2, 3, and 4, you're going to work a front post double crochet around the post of that first stitch, which is the chain 3, and then a back post double crochet around the post of the next stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way around, front post double crochet around the post of the next stitch, followed by your back post double crochet, until you come to your first stitch, join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch, chain 1, and repeat. You're going to work 3 rounds of front and back post double crochet stitches, then fasten off, weave in your ends, and that's all there is to working your houndstooth cowl. So thank you so much for joining me, and once again I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and if you happen to make the houndstooth cowl or the beanie or any of the patterns here on my channel, be sure to share them on social media, tagging Rich Textures Crochet, and I'll come by and admire it. Until next time, happy crocheting. Bye.